So recording is on. Okay, and let me introduce them. Okay. So first of all, we have Abraham. I cannot pronounce your last name. I'm going to ruin it. Sorry. So cybersecurity instructor, digital governance specialist. He knows a lot more. He does curriculum, all this setup, and so I know him. And then Abraham is a dynamic and forward-thinking IT instructor with over a decade of experience, spanning cybersecurity, IT project management, and software development. Driven by a passion for student success, he is committed to empowering future professionals, yes, with the technical expertise and strategic insight needed to strive in today's digital landscape. So throughout his career, Abraham has led cross-functional teams, oversee complex projects, deliver high-impact technical training across corporate and academic environments. His areas of specialization include security architecture, risk management, software development, ensuring his students gain practical, industry-relevant knowledge and reaches theory and application. He holds a bachelor degree in computing technology, enterprise system security from the University of Bolton, UK. Wow. And a master degree in information system security from the University of Cumberland, KYUS. And his extensive industry background reflects a deep commitment to continuous learning and staying ahead of emerging technological trends. And next, we have another panelist named Carla. She's an academic chair, cybersecurity portfolios, and Carla is an academic chair for cybersecurity at SAIT, which is the college here in Calgary. And she leads the development of institutional state-of-the-art downtown cyber range and cybersecurity programs. She is a ProSci certified and brings 10 years of IT experience in industry, including previous work at Cenovus Energy, where she led cross-functional vendor teams and major initiatives, including SOX compliance. At SAIT, she focused on creating strong industry connections and experience learning opportunity that prepare students for careers in cybersecurity. So welcome, Carla and Abraham. So take it away, introduce yourself, and then maybe your school, and then we can and why the students should be going to your education institution. Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah, no, you go first.
Me? Okay. So why should you come to our institution? Because we play games. Is my best answer for it. So I'm Carla. I'm the chair for all of our cybersecurity programs. Currently, we have 5 programs at SAIT. The only one actually I don't manage is the Bachelor of Technology, and that's with a different chair named Subrata. That's a brand new program actually that has just come up. It's a 2-year program, and it pairs with our information system security diploma program, which is also 2 years. So we have a 2+2. So you can either just get diploma, or you can extend to bachelor's if you want. We also have a information security analyst program, which is a post-diploma certificate. We have a cybersecurity analyst program, another post-diploma certificate, and we have a cybersecurity for control systems, which is a post-diploma certificate. And if you don't know what control systems are, it's the operational technology realm. So that's your SCADA, PLC environments. Lots of those. Your OT realm is your hospitals, your energy, your pipelines, that type of infrastructure. So we have the 4 programs. We also have our brand new cyber range. Our cyber range is state of the art. It's actually quite slick looking. We're happy to give tours if you want to come down and visit. We do various scenarios within the range. So we have 50 prepackaged scenarios that we're currently in UAT testing for, but those will be released in bunches as we get through our testing. We have about 10 right now that are ready to go to offer to our students and to the industry. And our students this semester have been very lucky because they've been involved in our testing and gotten to experience quite a few scenarios, which is awesome. So we do those 50 scenarios as part of our curriculum, and then we also offer as a paid for service for industry. So if a company wants us to run a scenario for them to walk through, we can do that. We can also custom build scenarios as well. So our faculty will be building labs and various other capture the flag type events and whatnot within the range. And industry, we can also twin their environments and produce a similar issue that they're experiencing in production so they can test it in a safe and enclosed environment. So lots of fun down at the cyber range. We also do capture the flags every semester. So our students help build those. We have some really talented students that come out of our programs. So they help build these capture the flag events. Our faculty lead that development and also produce some more advanced challenges that might be a little bit above the student level. And we open that up to everyone. So even if you're not a student, all youth, all post-secondary are welcome. We also invite industry to come. And even if you're interested in cybersecurity, everybody is welcome. So even if you're interested in, you're not sure if cybersecurity is your thing, come on down and you're more than welcome to join. If you look up my LinkedIn, I have posts there with the QR code, or you can email me directly and I can send you the information. I'm sorry, Vincent, I didn't put it in the document for everyone to see. Our next one is on November 15th, which is a Saturday at our new downtown campus. So you'll see the cyber range as well. And
oh yeah, if you do email the information, Abraham too, if you have anything upcoming event, yeah, email me. I can forward to those who sign up for this event.
awesome.
Yeah.
I can definitely do that.
I can update the program too just in time.
Perfect.
Updated.
I'll send
Thank
that
you.
over to you. All right.
That sounds really good. Oh, thank you so much, Dada, for sharing that. Let me get started by saying, as Carlos mentioned earlier, that what they do is make a cybersecurity education fund a whole lot interesting. Okay, Abraham, I think Vincent has done introduction. Indeed, currently I serve as a digital governance advisor to the government. Also, at the same time, I enjoy doing what I do it's my passion, which is I'm IT instructor. I also serve as an cybersecurity IT instructor for Abata Educational Center currently. And what we do, we haven't got much program like Say It. We'll actually being a big giant in this industry. We'll have a smaller size of cybersecurity program. We'll have a diploma program, which is a 1 year stipulated completion time frame. We've got a security analyst program, which is more a brief version of the specialist program. Which can be completed within 3 to 6 months. And we've got the cloud engineering and cloud security program as well. In couple with that, I think those are the three cybersecurity programs we've got at Abata Educational Center. For now, we are more focused on students that will be industry ready. When he said industry ready, we'll make sure we'll fine tune and refine our curriculums, to meet the current trends of industry expectations. We do that simply because we're just one of the career colleges in Abata, and our focus has always been the industry, ensuring that professionals are ready on the go within an accelerated time frame. So that's our focus, and our courses are really, really briefed. I will simply say they are designed in such a way that it can be scaled up. You have it, you can come in, take a 2-month or 3-month course, go out there and put things apart, put them together again, and once you're ready, to actually scale up, or you can come back. We've got other package within the programs, that can actually take you to the next level. We put all this together simply because of the digital disruption that is currently going on. We want our students to understand that there are so much going on within the technological ecosystems. And as such, a lot of emerging technologies are daily coming up. The digital landscape is rapidly changing. And this issue of actually getting industry ready, professional ready, is a lifelong learning. With that in mind, we want to ensure that our students are always willing to cut the latest dimension, okay, ready to unlearn, okay, the skills that are daily becoming obsolete, because the skill of yesterday might actually not be good enough for today and for tomorrow. As such, we just want to equip students. We want them to start where they are, okay, be good with what they're doing and be able to scale up from there, okay. That's what we do at Bata Educational Center. And I think that's all for my end.
So that's good. So anyone have any questions? I can always start off by asking the panelists. So how would they decide? Because it's that job, there's so many roles in cybersecurity. So how would a student, or I mean maybe even adult who want to upskilling or reskilling to be able to pick the right job, or pick the right program to get to the job? How would they approach? Do they talk to student advisor, or do they talk to someone who been in the field or in the department? Maybe you can advise us on that.
Yeah.
So I'd say we do have student advisors, so you can definitely talk to an advisor to get advice and further information on the program. I am also happy to talk to any students and kind of go through, dig in a little bit and find out what your interests are and things like that. Another way too, there's some free sites and things like that that you can go to and you can practice cybersecurity skills to see if it's for you. Because a lot of people are unsure, and even students that get into the programs are unsure. They may start in the program, and there's so many different fields. And the good thing about our information systems security diploma program is we touch on the foundations of many different skills. So we have malware in our program, we have forensics, we have your networking, we have your programming, we have your social engineering. So we touch on all sorts of different areas throughout the program. So students get a taste of the different areas and kind of get a feel for what they like. And if they do like an area, then our instructors are also happy to give them more resources to help them figure out what certifications are common for that area. What else should I do above and beyond my course if I want to go down that route? But there's websites like Try Hack Me, Hack the Box, places like that, even Udemy and Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, they all have various courses that you can take. I say Hack the Box and Try Hack Me because it's gamified learning, so you can actually try cybersecurity challenges. They have free levels too, so you don't have to pay for a subscription. You can go in and try it out, see if you like it, and then pay for a subscription later if you want to do more advanced work within those programs. But it's a good idea to try things out. Our CTFs as well, because everyone's welcome. You can come down and you can try some different challenges in the CTF. And we cover different areas. We usually have some wireless challenges, some sort of networking challenges, some like open source investigation challenges and things like that. So you can come and try it out, see what areas you like that way as well, or even if cybersecurity is for you. So lots of resources out there. And again, happy to chat. I'm sure you're happy to chat with people and really dig down and see what you like.
Sounds really good. That sounds really good. You almost said it all. So first thing is this: cybersecurity reward. It rewards curiosity. It rewards persistence, and it also rewards hard work. So it's a kind of a blend. You can be curious about what the cybersecurity as a discipline is all about. And as explained by Carla here, there is room to explore, to test things out and to grow. Okay, for us, most of our programs are actually tailored, to specific groups of individuals. For instance, we have the career changers, okay, those who want to pivot, transition from career into cybersecurity. We have entry-level professionals, they are actually just coming in and they actually want to get started. and to see what is in it, for them. So we'll have different stages where you get to speak with our career advisor. We're also more interested in your transferability skills. Okay, what you're actually bringing on board. Everyone is welcomed, and there is always a link between your prior experience, okay, and cybersecurity. And cybersecurity is not about being technically inclined. There are also non-technical roles in cybersecurity. So that's why we leverage transferability skills, especially the people skills. Okay. And when people comes and said, okay, well, we want to be assessed, we want to give this a try, we'll put them on the programs for the first 1 month or 2 months. We'll keep doing our appraisal, checking in with them to see how they're doing. Our programs are actually bundled with certifications. Now, we don't allow new students, to start on the path of, writing certifications. We assess them and we want to work with them so that we ensure that they aligns very well with a career path that is rewarding for them, and see also their areas of interest, because the area of interest is very, very key. There are, as you rightly said, there are thousands of cybersecurity roles out there. Okay, so we want to work with them, we want to mentor them, we want them to actually explore, test these things out, okay, identify with areas that actually resonates with them, and from there, we'll now begins to mentor them on a career pathways on how, to go from there. We'll start with the basic idea, infrastructures, we'll move on to entry-level certifications, and we'll see how the students actually buy into this. And it's also very, very flexible. For the first 2 months, if you decide that you've had more curiosity or more interest in one area of cybersecurity, it's still flexible enough. You can easily swap within our programs, okay, and aligns with areas that are of interest to you.
Great, thank you very much. Any more questions? And yeah, let me ask, what happened, because we're going to be posting this video, thank you for your approval. What happened if international foreigners who are international students who saw the video and say, hey, I'm really interested in coming to Canada and go to your school? Can you comment a bit on, like international student who, at your school, do you accept international student, and how do they go about it? And what are some of the benefits coming to Canada and institution here? Or can they do remotely, or can they have to fly here? Or maybe you can comment on that.
Yeah. We accept international students. So almost all of my programs do. The only one that doesn't is the cybersecurity analyst program. Currently it doesn't. We're potentially looking at a revamp for that one. But it's due to it being an apprenticeship style program. So that program, you have to be employed in Canada in order to enter that program. It's an online program that runs evenings for 1 year, and so 49% is in the classroom and 51% is on the job. So we pair you with a mentor within the company, and you learn in the evening and then take those skills to work. So that would be the only one that wouldn't apply to international students, but all of the other ones do. Our cybersecurity control systems program, we actually pair with other programs to make it a full 2-year program. So it abides by international rules. If you take it by itself, it's only 2 semesters, so that it wouldn't qualify for the work permit requirements. But when it's paired with our data analytics or our AI program, then it qualifies for international. Yeah, and then of course the diploma program is fully qualified for international students as well. So we're happy to have you.
Good.
Okay, our diploma program, which is cybersecurity specialist diploma, is fully qualified for international students. And I think if I get your question correctly, we're talking about those that still overseas that actually want to get registered for a course in Canada. Okay, or we're speaking to those that are foreign trained, that
It can be both.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, can be
okay,
both.
thank you.
We want them
So-
here.
Oh, I should clarify that
Yeah,
on
go
mine,
ahead.
that we don't do the online to international, so they would have to come here.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
so-
good to know. Thank you.
So thank you. I think that clarification was that, okay, we don't actually have a blended learning approach for those that overseas. They have to be in Canada for them to be able to key into that opportunity. So what we do for international students, they could sign up for our program, they could actually follow through the admission processes. The a few line items that are statutory requirements or mandatory requirements by the government, but then to actually get the college sponsorships and the rest, once they figure that out, and we'll take in international students. But for the blended approach, since we're career focused, it comes with a bit more flexibility, where we'll have regular students that comes in. Our international students are expected, once they're in Canada on full-time basis, they're expected to be part of the regular students that comes in, okay, for their lectures and so on. But for those that are Canadians or they're actually residents, is a kind of a blend approach where they who decide to do the courses, the programs online, or as well comes in here. That all depends with the arrangement with the government as well, and the level of grant and student loans that have been packaged for them.
Thank you. And I also note, that's a question.
Sorry, I'm not from Canadian. I have not done any Canadian education here. I just want to check, is there any on-job training provided after the course has been completed? Just want to understand that part.
So we have a question here about if there any online or on-the-job training, after the program or during or whatever, maybe like things like, I assume like things like co-op, internship and things, practical. Maybe you can touch on that a little bit.
So we have co-op programs and capstone projects. So with our diploma program, in between your second and third semester, so between your first and second year, there is an optional co-op work term. You can actually take co-ops as many times as you want, as long as you are still a student. So some of our students take a co-op in between the second and third, and between the third and the fourth. So there is lots of opportunity for that. The co-ops are opportunities that you have to apply for though. So just like a job, you have to apply for the co-op. We do have a career portal where companies that are looking for state students will post their jobs within our career portal, both jobs and co-op opportunities. So you can easily apply through there. And you'll go through the interview process and whatnot. They also are Career Advancement Services, who owns that career portal. They also provide interview prep, help with resume writing. They have workshops on prepping you for getting a job, helping with your LinkedIn profile, all sorts of things. So there's lots of resources there. We also have capstones. So within all of our post-diploma certificate programs, as well as within our diploma program, there is a capstone project at the end in your final semester, or for the faster tracked ones in the last course. And during those projects, it is optional for you. You don't have to do an industry project, but we always push and recommend students to do an industry project because that's another project for your portfolio. So we have lots of industry partners who we work with to try and gather those industry projects for the students for those capstones. And we have a work integrated learning team as well that works with the students in industry to gather more projects and help with those co-op opportunities and things like that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, just to support what Kala said earlier, I've been to some of your capstone projects. Really interesting to see what your student put up. Going through the hall to see some of their projects was really fascinating. And I think that has been a added advantage, to what you do. For us at AEC, we have we'll forge partnerships, with a lot of organizations out there and non-governmental organizations. So first, why the program is going on, we'll encourage our students, to take part in our volunteers activities. These activities are more of tailored to what they've been taught, and present the opportunity for them to actually have hands-on experience. So we take on with, for instance, the Calgary New Commerce. We take on the responsibility of supporting them in deploying EDRs, threat monitoring systems on their devices, and on the devices they actually give to their clients who are new comers to Canada. We'll take on those projects and we'll have this lot of laptops comes in. Okay, we'll go to the organizations. We're doing this for free, not for profit making, because they are also actually charitable organizations. So by so doing, we'll actually create that platform, the enabling platforms for our students, to engage and also to have hands-on experience on what they do. Besides that, that's actually when they are actually still on the program. We also have partners within the industries, that request for our students. We actually have a core programs and practicum placements at the end of the course. Okay, so prior to your practicum, when we get requests from organizations that need students, to come do their interns with them, we'll send students there, they will be interviewed. So we don't just present a student, we present them in groups. They go through the interview process with this organization. And the organization gets to choose those they are taking on, for the project. But for every student, they must go through the practicum. Is actually designed for specific hours as stipulated by the government. So these are all part of the hands-on experience, or the partnership that we forged so that our students actually gain the needed industry experience at the end of their programs.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you have any question, feel free to just put it in the chat or just unmute. Yeah. Maybe we can touch on maybe some of the help for students, like financial student loan, or like maybe they're new to this country, especially foreigner. Like, is there any help for them, partner up or learn our system, right? Maybe it's a bit foreign to them. So any assistance for students when they come here? It can be local too, not necessarily just international. So
I think that's a very good question, Vicent. I can remember when I came in to Canada, my wife decided to sign up for a program, with one of the college, and she did. She actually went through the application, a self-made application on her own, through the provincial site and so on, pay for the application fee, and she never got a response. The response was really, really delayed for so long, and they were like, when are they going to? Okay, so we simply assumed probably the placement or the course she actually signed up for, the availability in terms of space wasn't there. Only a few years down the line, she knows that, okay, there are better ways of doing it. So for us, we've got a team of qualified professionals, that guide students through the application process. Okay, student doesn't have to get themselves bothered too much about going through this process themselves. Our set of team will walk them through it. I will simply say it's more of a hand-holding, through the whole application process, where they let you understand what you qualify for based on your status in Canada, in terms of student loans, in terms of grants. Okay, and as I've said earlier on, depending on whether you're signing up for a blended approach of learning with the college, or you want to be a regular student that comes in, there are actually what has been put aside or what qualifies a student in terms of the grants they actually get of government. So our student advisor the admission teams, they are the best hands out we have in the college that helps our students. So we don't actually encourage students, just ask them, come and check us out. Our doors are open at any given time. Walk in, we'll put you through the process, and we'll actually leave you to decide on the way forward.
Awesome. As you've mentioned, we have a similar process, and as you mentioned, there's multiple government grants and things like that. It is more on the student to go in and look up these grants and whatnot, but on our end, we do have academic advisors. So we have international academic advisors and domestic academic advisors. So similarly, they can help you through the application process. They can help you advise you on what grants may be available within state. We do have a web page as well. So once you're a student, you can look at our grants and bursaries web page, and it shows a whole listing of all the different scholarships, grants, and bursaries that are available. Sometimes we get some funds from industry, from just self-donations from folks that are wanting to help a student out. And then there's more government ones and other area ones. So it's they're always ever changing. So just that once you get through your application and whatnot, just have a look at those pages within whichever institution you're going to. I think most institutions do that, and see what's available and apply for it. Make sure you apply. So sometimes we get very little applications on some of these grants, and it's sad to see because it could definitely help folks out, and someone's going to get it. So it doesn't hurt to apply. Yeah.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask then to a bit more of the as a student for too long. If I come here, if I come to your school, I know there's this online stuff, different modality, online and offline. And maybe you can mention, I know sometimes different schools, they have different focus, right? Or different objective. And maybe you can touch on, what's the advantage of, learning online is if that's your focus, or maybe come in person and talk about some of the like in person. I know in person you get to join the club, you get to meet other people. Maybe we can touch on that and also touch on what is it the typical, if students come to your school or they take a program, what is it like? Do they have to, well, my background basically like engineering, so I have to go to school by 8 and then finish like 6 or 9 p.m. That's not a fun stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot more fun these days. Maybe you can touch on that. I've been a bit removed, so maybe new student, they know what to expect, like a day in the life of a student. Maybe you can touch on that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. The best people to ask would be the students.
Yes,
so again, I'll mention those CTFs.
Sure.
Come on down and talk to our students. But I would say it's generally our diploma program is primarily in person. So they would be coming either to our main campus, which is our first 2 semesters are on main campus, and then our 3rd and 4th semesters are at our downtown location where the cyber range is. So they would be at either campus in person. We have various instructors that are teaching the various courses in the program, so you're not with the same instructor every single day. You have a little bit of variety in those classes. I'm not going to lie, the classes are tough. We get into information quite quickly, and we go quite deep, but that's because we want to make sure students are skilled when they come out of the program. But there is a lot of fun on campus. So Capture the Flag events are a great time. Everybody has a blast, both building and participating in those. We do a lot of hands-on participatory learning in the classroom. So you may come into class one day and you might be just doing a bunch of cybersecurity challenges. You might not actually be doing theory that day in class. So there's many labs, and we pride ourselves on having that hands-on experience. And faculty are always working to build more labs and make it more exciting in the classroom. There's also projects, so you may be working as part of a group on some sort of project or building some kind of tool. There's also, we have like a Faraday tent. So in our wireless course, you may be in the Faraday tent doing some activities. So all sorts of various things that you could be doing during the day. There's also clubs. So we have one of our students not long ago has created a Cyber Guardians Club at SAIT. So it's a purely cybersecurity focused club. So he's always looking for participants in that. So that's a fun way to get involved. And there's various other clubs at SAIT. There's a Megabyte one. They've helped us with our CTFs before. And actually, CTF is a Capture the Flag event. So it's a cybersecurity challenge event, just if folks aren't aware what that is. So various clubs. There's also lots of student associations. There's always things happening on main campus, all sorts of activities and things like that. Downtown, we're starting to bring in more activities as well as that campus grows. Yeah, so lots to do. I'm sure I missed a bunch of things.
So yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Okay. So as I've said earlier on, majority of our students are within the working class. And what comes to mind is creating an enabling environment, that is flexible enough, okay, to accommodate them. So we've always tends towards, which government has also approved for us, is a kind of blended approach, to how students learn. We have asynchronous learning methodology, where students can decide to not come on campus and take their courses online, fully online. Our platforms are designed, to simulate real life scenarios. We have simulated labs online, which students can go through on their own. Where simulated, starting from cloning the systems, initiating attacks, simulating attacks, all that were integrated into the platform. So we've had students who haven't got any reason, opted for the asynchronous approach of learning, and they've been able to complete their program successfully. But I'll also make it available in a blended way that you can decide, to learn from home using the online portal, and sometime you can show up at the college. Okay, so for instance, for those that are working, that haven't got time, might decide that, okay, I've got my shift for so number of days, I will be studying from home, or there is online attendance systems who could track attendance and what they do. You could sign in, we could get to see how what you've done so far. And when you decide to show up at the college, you're also welcomed. So we are not saying, since you are online asynchronous learning students, that you are actually fixed on that. Okay, we keep it open whenever you get the opportunity and the time permits to be on campus. You're welcome on campus. Now, there are several advantages to this. The asynchronous learning approach provides the flexibility. We also know that what we do within the cybersecurity as a discipline within the vocational sector is to ensure there are hands-on experience. So right at the college, we'll have our physical labs. We'll have physical labs with all the equipment, networking equipment, critical infrastructural assets that simulate a real-life scenarios. So whenever you carry out some labs online, within this simulated platform, you can always work in here. Okay, and put the face value to it. Work with this equipment directly, work with servers, work with rack, work with Cisco systems, and work with routers, get them configured in a real time. Okay, having an hands-on. And from our students, I've learned really from students and said, okay, while I was going through the simulated platform, I was using the mouse, to drag, to install, this component on the motherboard. It looks so easy. And sometimes when they walks in here and I said, okay, can you take the processor up? They still have that mindset of, what? While I was doing the simulated approach, I was using the mouse, to take it off. But it doesn't happen that way in a real life scenario. So we offer them the blended approach where you can come in. And I've seen students who haven't been on campus for months. Whenever they show up, they decided to stay for a couple of weeks. And there they go. They actually get all the needed hands-on experience, and they as well fall back on the asynchronous approach of learning.
Good, thank you. That's really exciting. Yeah. So now there's so many options for students, right? Online, in person, or both. And yeah, another thing is that we talk about academic. Most people don't think about teaching, right? I know most so far all my students just want to graduate, and most students want to graduate into school work, right? So they never talk about, hey, instructor, right? A professor, right? So maybe you can touch on some of your instructors. Are they full time? Are they part time? Are they both? What's the advantage? Or if they want to become instructor in your school facility or anywhere else, maybe you can guide them what kind of career path if they want to become instructor or maybe in administrator or in the business side of things like yourself, Carla. So can you guys just mention something? I just want to tell them this also that option, not just industry, but academia, right? To share your knowledge and all that. So
So our program, we have various modes of instructors. So we have casual instructors who are contract, so they could come in for one course a semester, a couple courses a semester. And then we have our temporary salaried and our permanent salaried. All of our instructors are unionized, so it all falls under our SAFA collective agreement. And you can find the SAFA collective agreement on SAIT.ca. You can also find within that agreement, it covers everything for the instructor realm. So you can find out as minute as pay details on them. Because we're a public institution, we have everything posted online. We have all our policies and procedures online as well. But yeah, we have a wide variety of instructors. Generally, what we're looking for is some kind of educational background as well as some experience. So I really like to see industry experience with my instructors. That way they're bringing something to the table that's kind of new and accurate that students can feed off of. We do have some that are the instructors that have been here quite a long time, and they're great as well. They are constantly upgrading their education. They're constantly looking into what's new and what new threats are out there in the environment. So they're also fantastic. Plus, they know how to teach extremely well. So it's really nice. We have a wide variety within our programs.
yeah, if they don't know how to teach, don't have experience teaching, you have a program to teach them how to teach.
We do. So once you're hired, we do have a Teaching Excellence Foundations program, an instructional workshops program, practical applications of teaching online, and numerous other programs that you can take to improve your instructional skills or learn how to be an instructor as well. I have had some folks directly out of industry come in to teach, and they've just taken these courses just to kind of learn the SAIT ways of doing things and tips and tricks for in the classroom. We also have a teaching and learning center. So they are doing monthly talks for faculty to join in on. They have numerous resources. So they have templates and all sorts of documentation for instructors that they can use on how to use D2L and how to create a course shell and sustain a course shell. So many resources for faculty.
Hey, we have our very own instructor. Sure.
Yeah, that's a very good question, especially for our professionals out there, and also aspiring professionals, coming into the cybersecurity space. That becoming an instructor is also a good thing. It's not just a profession. For me, is a very good one that is rewarding, and I will tell you this. Over the years, I've spent decades, practicing in the industry. I still do that now until I identify the needs, to transfer industry experience, and equip young professionals and get them to be industry ready. When I actually identify these gaps, which is actually leading to unemployability, that we see, I pick that up, and I still work with the industry. I still work with government at the moment, but being an instructor is really rewarding. Not only monetarily, because you don't need to go in there for the money. But
Nice focus.
yeah, but it's anyway is some added advantage. You will get paid, no doubt. But my own takeaway from it is each time I mentor students, and I actually monitor their growth rate, their success rate. And from the very first day they walked in and they say, Lord, I'm not so sure I could do this, and when they get started with it, and they started building a career for themselves. And it gives me this unexplainable kind of reward, to be part of that journey, to see them grow, okay, in their profession, and also encourage them that there should be a giving back mechanisms where they comes in. So probably you're one of those out there now listening to this, that this might be an opportunity, to invest in others. It's all about, you can do it on a part-time basis. And also, a lot of people are actually, they have all it takes. They have the industry experience for decades. Scala, as I earlier said, passing it on, can be a bit challenging. The best of the expert out there haven't got the classroom skills, to actually pass on this knowledge, to students. So for us who haven't got much resources, to raise instructors, so we'll still leverage service providers, service providers such as the Commitee instructor networks, will have direct partnership with EC councils, that provide instructor certifications, students, whoever is interested in becoming an instructor, what it takes in a global scale, in a global standard, kind of. So they also have to write a certification or a certification for instructor, especially for cybersecurity instructor. And this time around, for instance, when I was doing the ethical hacking, certified ethical hacking, there is a certified ethical hacking certification for instructor. First, you have to be certified. You must have the global recognition as a certified ethical hacker. Then how you also now go further by gaining the needed skill and experience to pass on the knowledge to others. So we'll still leverage this third party to actually equip instructors to be.
Thank you. We do have 2 questions online. Rupert, what's your question again? What's your question?
Well, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
They can, just let you know, they cannot hear you. I have my headset on to prevent feedback. Okay, go ahead. What's your question? You say thank you for your wonderful talk. So first,
I said thank you very much I thank the panelists for their very, very wonderful explanation of the topic of the day. So my question has partly been answered, but what I was trying to tell her concerning my question was,
students are required to take any.
What are some of?
Hold on for a second. Sorry, repeat that question again. Yeah, go ahead, Rupert.
What are some of the resources? Because Prof has mentioned some, but not all. So, like
resources for what?
I'm asking that what are some of the resources that the SET college and also the Abeta Educational Center has put in place that, like, students who are graduating can pursue a career, for example, like in the Abeta Educational Center or the SET, to become like lecturers or, let me say, teachers in the institution that they graduated from.
Okay, I'll ask the question. If I mention it wrong, let me know. So the student is asking, or the audience asking, what are the resources that you have set aside for students to become instructor? Is that correct? And to be success in the career. I know they say that you already answers part of it. So it's just basically asking the resources to ensure that success. So to become a teacher, right? Instructor?
Yeah, an instructor.
Yes, to become instructor. So what's in place to ensure the success. Yeah.
Yeah, so with us, it would be that Teaching and Learning Center. You're the primary source of information for our faculty. And again, they have many, many resources. So all sorts of classes you can take, like the Teaching Excellence Foundations, Instructional Skills, and the workshops and online learning, as well as documentation and even links to YouTube videos and things like that on how to use the D2L, because our primary software for courses is D2L, also called Brightspace. So they have many resources on how to use that. We also have D2L experts within SAIT in our IT realm, and they can help troubleshoot or help you with tips and tricks and things like that as well. So many options there.
Okay. And
Yeah, I think I've answered part of those questions. That's part of that question earlier on. But just in addition to what I said, first thing is this: we are equipping students, to gain the needed industry experience. So one of the standards for our college is that you can be a fresh graduate as an instructor. That's been one of the key standards by the management. All of our instructors are people that has gained industry experience. Being one of the leading career college in Nevada, there must be a way we bridge, the gap between academics and the industry. So we actually want someone who has actually gained a bit of industry experience. We want you to be able to relate, those principles, those technical concepts, and demonstrate to students how that applies in a real life scenario. Okay, so we do not actually groom our students to become instructor straight off, but we actually equip them first, to be able to gain the needed industry experience, and we're more than happy. But most times, once we have them out there, we hardly see majority of them return as instructor. Okay, but once they are out there and they are passionate about, imparting other lives, the field that actually decides to show up, come back, we are more than willing, to put them through the other courses I've explained earlier on, provided by our third-party service providers, that will put them through the nitty-gritties, the basics of, managing the classrooms, communications, and as well also help them with the tools needed to engage students.
oh, thank you. We have about 2 minutes left, and we have 2 questions. Any follow-up, Rupert? If not, there's a question, a simpler question. Is the question is embedded system part of the curriculum? Yeah, he's after. Yeah, let's finish it. Yeah, just go by the order there. Yeah, so it's embedded system part of the curriculum.
So do you mean like hands-on with the system, or?
Maybe are you able to explain what embedded system is?
Yeah, a quick one on embedded systems. We in technology will have nano systems that are really, really small, that are embedded into other systems to function effectively. And how we communicate with this, a good example is a mini GPS. A mini GPS is expected to have all it takes to communicate securely, all the protocols that is needed to communicate, compared to any other systems out there, okay? Because they actually still relate data, from side back. So going into embedded systems, yeah, there are specific courses, that actually focus on embedded systems. What we do here is that we get you grounded. Yeah, embedded system is part of what you will learn. We'll get you understand the basics, the fundamentals, and as you advance on, how to relate with the systems. We're actually looking into security of embedded systems, okay? Systems that we know that they haven't got, the capacity to retain energy, okay, because of their being compact, but we have other means of getting them powered up and also communicating with them. So the security of those systems are concerned, and that is part of what we actually teach students.
So just things are embedded inside something.
Yeah, sorry, and my bad. I was wondering if they're being embedded, like if we embed systems within the program.
No, it's always good to have clarity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, but I would say yes, we do. And we have various courses. So we have like our IoT course, we have our wireless course. So we have a web app security course. So you're dealing with like APIs and things like that.
Yeah.
So we definitely cover that piece.
Yeah, they did say thank you 100%. And we have one last question.
So my question is, as part of the program course, our students are required to complete any industry standard certifications from Commitee or EC Council or ISA2.
Yeah, so we try to keep for our diploma program, we try to keep it agnostic. We do follow along the track of the ISC2 Certified Cybersecurity certification, as well as CompTIA IA Security Plus. So we vaguely follow the lines of those certifications. So students leaving the program for sure could challenge those certifications, or do a quick review of the course books and then go for one of those certifications. We have had students do the CompTIA Pen Test Plus after they've graduated. They've done the Certified Ethical Hacker. So they've gone on their own and gotten various certifications after, but we try to keep it agnostic, just because certifications, if you tie to a certification and that certification goes away or it changes or something like that in the education system, it takes a long time to redevelop that course. So then we may be stuck with old content, and we want to always keep continuously be up to date. That being said, we do have some certificates tied to our post-diploma programs. So for example, the cybersecurity analyst program, we have the CSA program. That one has a CompTIA IA Security Plus, CompTIA IA Pen Test Plus, and then of course you get the Network Vulnerability Assessment certification once you do both of those. Our information security analyst doesn't direct the CompTIA IA Security Plus, but it has a close correlation with it.
Okay.
And then also on the other note, we are developing new programs all the time. So we hope I have a dream of I have a couple in mind that I want to develop with many more certifications tied to it. So then students can just do a cert track after they graduate, but that's down the road, hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, just very brief. I'll just take it off from where Carla left off. So first thing, certifications, they are good. It gives you global recognition, in that field, but certification actually doesn't get the job done. I must say that emphatically. But the reality is this: for our programs, we'll have certification bundle with our programs, So, I think for the cybersecurity analyst program, we'll have 5 open vouchers, which helps students to write any of the certifications ranging from Committees, EC Council certifications, and Cisco certifications, CCNA, and the other tracks. Okay, we'll have a lot of certifications attached to the programs, but we'll almost emphasize that students must understand the role of certifications, and especially for those that hasn't got the needed work experience, certifications will get you interviews, but it won't get you the job. You have to stay, demonstrate, your ability, to get the job done or how you actually fit and aligns with the roles.
Okay, thank you very much. We are like 7:05. I do know Carla has to run, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Carla and Abraham. That's a wealth of information. I think next time people ask me, what should I take? I just point them to the video. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. And yeah, thank you everyone online for coming and in person too. So thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.